Oh my goodness, guys. Well, you know what? Usually I have a guest on the show that I've never met before or that I haven't seen in a long time. That is not the case today. Oh my goodness. Welcome back to the fucking show, guys. Episode number 25 of the 7 on 7 podcast. And today I have one of my dearest friends, Mr. Ryan Worobey, on the pod today.
Welcome.
Welcome. Welcome to the show.
I just have to say, I feel honored that I'm here today. I feel like you have a laundry list of way more qualified people than this average Joe, but this average Joe might just might inspire some people and might rip a couple jokes here and there and just have a good time.
Yeah, have a good time. Dude, I gotta ask, what the fuck is up with the flavor saver on your lip, dude? I'm not gonna lie, I saw your story and I was like, he has a mustache now?
Yeah.
I was like, damn, he's really down bad. He's
Yeah, the Madre doesn't like the cookie duster. She can't wait for
the cookie
1st.
duster.
It's a work thing.
It's a work thing.
Yeah,
you guys have like a mustache competition going on?
Yeah.
Okay.
No shave November. And the punishment is if I lose.
I'm eating an apple, guys. Sorry.
No, it's all good. If I lose, I have to move my desk into the showroom for a week, which isn't good because there's high profile, high net worth clients, and I would just be typing away on my little computer all alone. It's been an extremely crazy mental battle too. It takes 2 to 5 business years to grow this puppy. So.
Yeah, I was gonna say you got like one of them, like the hair follicle stimulators. Like,
I almost went to the 99-cent store and got a stick on one.
Yeah. Fuck me. Yeah. Well, I guess to give a little bit of context behind why you would have to be, your desk would be in the showroom, by what we're meaning showroom. Mr. Ryan here works at a very, very well-known and probably number 1 leader in the world.
Yeah.
Hypercar seller inventory.
Mm-hmm.
So tell obviously I know about it, but tell people who are listening and watching, your Michigan fan back home who's going to watch this pod, like you said, via text.
Yep.
But yeah, what is Iluso, what you work at?
Yeah, so what we do is we are basically, we specialize in buying and selling hypercars and supercars, which is pretty crazy. How I got into it is a whole different story. But basically we take cars and we either purchase them wholesale or say someone comes in and is looking to trade it in.
Mm-hmm.
It's like a typical dealership, except these cars are,
much more expensive than a
it's
a green Jeep or something.
Yeah, it's not your typical Toyota dealership.
I hate that, dude. I hate when I see cars like Jeeps or fucking just everyday Joe Schmo cars that are absolutely rambunctious colors. Like, who's that dude that goes into like a Jeep Dodge dealership and says, "Hey, boss, give me the green one"?
Oh,
like,
you know what?
Yo, fuck you, dude.
I'm gonna get hate for this, but the purple Hellcats always send me. It's like, let me finance that puppy on the lot.
Yeah.
It's like the black one, all black, Batmobile? No. Purple one.
Give me the purple one, boss.
Red calipers.
Yeah, I want to look like I'm driving around a grape everywhere.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Fucking
it adds
love
horsepower. That's what they say.
It does. Put some stickers.
Yeah,
Good.
but it's...
You're ready to rock and roll, but yeah, continue.
No, it is crazy. Working in this industry, I've been in it for about a year and a half now, and, to conceptualize and to understand how much these cars are, the average price of the car is $250,000, $250,000, right?
Yeah, we're talking about serious money here.
Yeah, and it goes up. I've put hands on, I've driven, several $1 million cars, and so it is crazy. And like something that people don't realize is, for us that we, I drive a Toyota, for instance. I can go to
the Ferrari, baby.
The Ferrari,
baby.
Best surf car there is. But I can go to Allstate or State Farm or any of those and get insured on a car that's say $1 million plus. You can't take out insurance on that car. You have to put it under your home policy.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So like if you get a Bugatti or a Koenigsegg or a Ferrari 812 Competizione, like those are cars that say imagine an '09 Camry just coming in and just boom.
Yeah.
You're screwed, bro. they're on TikTok watching this podcast, and they just go into the back of a hypercar.
Yeah, dude, and just absolutely ruin your whole day.
Oh man, whole year maybe.
Yeah,
you
facts.
don't want a Carfax on that. Sheesh.
No, so that's and how long actually have you been at ILUSA? What is it, like 2 years now?
Getting there, about
Getting
a year
about
and a half, 2 years, and I've experienced so much. It's been a ride, to say the least. I've learned so much. I've met so many great people who I work with are great. It's like a family over there. If any of you guys ever want to stop by, I'll take care of you.
Come see the boy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We actually have some pretty rare cars in right now too. Like,
You guys always have really immaculate cars in there. And I guess I've always just been curious, and, I feel like this would probably be at least an appropriate question for you, because you'd have to have some knowledge on it. I mean, I know you're not the owner, but someday, maybe. Shit, God, maybe. Who knows? Fuck.
maybe.
No, but how, I guess, like, the question, I kind of have two questions, is what is, for my fellow car lovers, and, we're going to give you a little bit of some information here, what is the deciphering factor between a supercar and a hypercar?
Oh, that's a great question. Honestly,
Like, what's that difference? Because that difference between supercar to hypercar, you're talking couple $100,000 difference.
there's two. It's nothing internal or external about the actual vehicle. You can get an 812 Superfast, and then you can get an 812 Comp, and they have the same engine. Maybe a little lighter and a little bit more carbon and all that, but exclusivity is huge.
Production amount.
Oh yeah. You have to. I'll get into this. And then just the price, right?
Yeah.
So
Facts.
I think that anything hyper is 800 and above, in my opinion. I think that's actually on the lower end, but if you can afford something that's 800 or above, kudos to you.
Yeah.
That's crazy. Invite me over to your house, please.
Yeah, seriously.
But being exclusive is huge, right?
Yeah.
Because think about if you have a one of one spec, no one can replicate that.
Bro.
You're the only one, and in this industry and in this kind of lifestyle, everyone wants to be the standalone.
Yeah, exactly.
I have the unique car. Do you? And then I guess a little bit of history too. So, say it's not hyper, but we have a one-off that was featured in a film, or it was owned by someone super famous that so it's pretty crazy. Honestly.
For sure. No, and because I know that maybe you've had to deal with it, but I know that this is a thing, like with Ferrari, especially.
You read my mind.
I know is that in order, for example, like an 812 Superfast or certain types of Ferraris, I think even a Pista might even be on that list.
Yeah.
You have to own a certain amount of Ferraris and a certain type, as far as model of Ferraris, for a certain amount of years before you can like apply to even buy one. Isn't that like the case?
Yeah.
That shit is fucking crazy, dude.
I hope Ferrari North America isn't watching this right now. I hate Ferrari. Yeah,
no. I literally, anybody, I only know like two people who have ever owned a Ferrari.
Yeah.
And they were like F430s and, I mean, I still love them.
Yeah,
They're amazing. But yeah, I've heard people just say that dealing with Ferrari is unbelievably ridiculous. Like, won't allow you to do anything. You fucking spend $400,000 on a car or something. It's like, oh, well, you can't do this, can't do this, can't do this, can't do this. So
it's crazy.
It's like, what do you mean? I bought it.
I know. They have you know what a no-fly list is, right? They have that for clients, which is crazy.
That is crazy.
Yeah. So
hey, buddy,
you're not allowed to purchase a car from us again. Like
get fucked, dude.
And
no Ferrari for you.
It's serious. Like we've had guys that put body kits on that have gotten cease and desist. If you post this is false representation of our brand, and you're never gonna purchase one. I had a client that had to buy, I think I don't know, 10 or 11 Ferraris starting at a 360. And then to the 458, and then the 480.
360 Scuds are one of my favorites, though. I'm not gonna lie.
No, this is just a
just a regular 360.
Base 360. Yeah. Oh yeah. Like single clutch. Just
it's like driving a tractor.
Oh yeah. And you have to go up the totem pole, and I get it. They want to have this brand where you're so loyal to them, and I love Ferrari and this and that. But then it's like you have other guys that are saying, hey, I'm just buying this for my collection. I don't care what happens.
Yeah, seriously.
And so
it's a valid thing.
Yeah. I've listed a couple Ferraris on consignment. Actually, one of the hypercars, and Ferrari was really, really, really upset with me. And
really?
Yeah. And
the only Ferrari hypercar that they've made is a LaFerrari, isn't it?
Competizione. Yeah, because that's so exclusive right
Gotcha.
now. Yeah.
I didn't know that was considered hyper.
No, but if you guys are interested, I did just run at F1 Las Vegas RM Sotheby's. Sold for $1.76 million.
Really?
Yeah, that was a crazy auction.
Wow.
Yeah. They thought it was gonna flop, but it didn't.
Damn.
Yeah.
There's always a niche for that type of stuff, though. That's the thing. Someone's always out there with the deep pocket that's looking for that car.
Oh yeah, and at an auction like that, I mean, it's like they auctioned off Lewis Hamilton's F1 car that he won in 13, and I think that went for like 17.1 million. CLK Roadster,
Jesus
which is
Christ.
one of 10. So it is really cool getting to be a part of that, where it's like, seeing those rare cars, and it's like, oh my gosh, like my car's up on the block, or like, and I'm not much of a car guy, honestly, and I don't think I'll ever own one now.
Yeah. Yeah.
Honestly, seeing how much they, can depreciate and all of that, kind of scary,
For sure.
But, this leads me to a question that I'd like to ask you.
Hey, you know what? Yeah, we were talking about this before we were rolling. He was like, has anybody ever flipped a script on you and turned it into
I'm glad
you're the podcaster now?
Welcome back, guys. Thanks for joining my podcast today. Today we have Seventh Heaven.
Yeah. Welcome to Beach Shack, dude.
Yeah. Beach Shack. Beach Shack. I like that.
That'd be a fire pod name for you, dude.
Dude, it would be.
Beach Shack?
I'd say the Crack Shack, but I think that's a chicken place.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
It's right over there off fucking by Triangle Square.
Mm-hmm.
Crack
More
Shack.
expensive Chick-fil-A, I guess.
Yeah, literally.
Yeah.
It's just a chickie sandwich, dude.
I guess so.
But
yeah, no, going back, all this car talk, I could talk about cars for hours.
Yeah, seriously, this could be an
an
entirely car podcast if we really wanted it to be
legit.
right now.
But you've had your fair share. You work on cars. In the exotic realm, what would you say if you had the money and you can buy anything? What would you buy right now?
Like one?
Yeah, just
ooh.
one car.
Oh, shit. Oh, man, that's hard.
All right.
That's really
Totally.
hard. Oh.
Or we can start easy.
To be honest, I probably would have to, like, really, really think about this, like, to give, like, a better answer and, like, kind of dissect everything that, like, I've seen and that I know of. But off the top of my head, I could probably easily say I've always wanted one. I think they're one of the best cars made. I would love a V12 Murcielago.
Interesting.
Would love one. I grew up a Lamborghini guy. I was always fascinated by them. Going to Cars and Coffee Lamborghini has always stuck out to me.
Yeah.
And it's like I feel like you're either a Ferrari or you're a Lambo guy.
Pretty much.
But I just would love a Murcielago. I just think Lamborghini really did that car really well.
Yeah.
Like, I think it's a timeless car.
Mm-hmm.
It's an NA V12. It's unbelievably just sounds incredible. It looks incredible. But the only thing is I know they're not the best operational vehicles.
Ding, ding, ding.
Yeah. But that's the thing. Like, I would love a 355 Ferrari. I love them.
Yeah.
But they're a piece of shit. You know what I mean? But that's just part of being a car guy, is like, if you're like a car guy like me or anyone else who's listening or watching that might be a car guy, sometimes I was literally just talking about this with my uncle at fucking Thanksgiving, was like, sometimes just being a car guy, you literally just want, it's just the chase of like, I just want to own the car. I want to see if I can get the car because I love it and I just want to have it. Mm-hmm. Like, I want to be able to have the ability to drive it or experience it and kind of experience how that driver experience was meant to be, and exclude the factors of this thing is actually a flaming pile of shit as far as as operational wise, it drives terrible, it rides terrible, it breaks down, it has this, but that's kind of just part of it, especially growing up a hot rod guy as I was, just always going to hot rod shows, building hot rods, being around hot rods. Those things break down 90% of the time. I can't even tell you how many times we were going to a show or going to Pleasanton or something a couple hours away, and there's like 5 or 6 of the homies,
Oh,
and
yeah.
they're 32s or a 34. The Woody's just busted down on the side of the road, and it's just like a normal thing. But you do it because you love it, and that's just part of it. And that's kind of
Yeah.
how I feel about that. I would love a Maserati MC12. Love those things. I think they're just gorgeous, gorgeous. Like, yeah, there's definitely like a couple. I would love. I would. Oh my gosh.
You know what I've been craving?
Craving?
Yeah.
What?
To buy
What?
a retired USPS, United
States Postal Service?
truck and drop an LS in it.
I've seen somebody do that actually.
No. Oh,
You can look it up on YouTube.
glad someone's living my dream.
Yeah, I've seen actually somebody do that.
I swear I've
But that's
never
the
seen
thing
it, but
about an LS is you can put an LS in pretty much anything.
Yeah.
In
you
anything.
could put it in a golf cart, I'm sure, if you
Yeah,
really wanted to.
You could.
Yeah.
Like, genuinely. It's like one of the most proven as far as like engines.
Yeah.
Like, it's one of the most proven platforms that's
It's
ever existed.
Yeah.
It just works, you know?
Yeah.
It just fucking works all the time and does exactly what you want. I was going to put an LS in the Datsun before I decided to go SR20.
I'm putting one in my Pagagio IS 300 Super Sport. It's a Vespa. You see me doing 120 on the 5 freeway.
You know who it is. Yeah.
Mhm.
But yeah, that's kind of like, I guess, like a simpler-esque answer to your question. Because, shades are coming on.
Well, they're speed. We're just talking about speed,
Fucking God.
right? So I think that was, suiting, right? You see a Vespa, they catch me riding dirty.
You look like you belong in Toto.
Fun fact about these glasses. I actually,
Those are gas station glasses for sure.
I feel disrespected right now. I imported these from Australia. Took a month to get here.
Wait, are you serious?
Swear.
Wait, actually, dead ass?
Yeah. I swear. Yeah. Do you think that these flames are at a gas station, bruh?
You bought glasses from Australia?
Yeah.
Why? How much were those?
I don't know off the top of my head, but if you go on Instagram and go to Vivid 90s.
Vivid 90s.
Oh, yeah. These get, mad respect. When I wear these to, house sets and stuff in LA, I've actually had to almost fight someone to get these back.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Touch grass, kid. Those things suck.
Where's the exit? Thanks. All right, on
All right,
next
guys.
week's episode.
I'm stealing his ghost.
No, go for
No, those are sick. Wait, let me smack those.
Yeah.
Let me smack
they
those.
Need, okay, really quick.
They
do
need an alignment or
a tune-up is what we call it on the streets. The little nose pieces. If you know anyone that can tune these up, I also have a tech deck at home that broke the trucks. The bushing's shot, so.
There's actually got to be people who do that shit.
Yeah, well, I'm looking. If any of you at home that are watching. Okay, see, they fit you. Don't fit you as good as me, but they fit you, honestly. Yeah, looks like you have your Harley parked outside, and you have boy dinner. You got one of those pre-made
boy dinner.
Yeah, you got the ribeye with the Miller Lite, and it's $12.99 at your local Rouse.
Yep, Miller Lite, because we don't drink Bud Light.
Right. I actually don't drink beer. I actually don't drink. It's just good for productivity and being successful. That might be a lie.
That's definitely a lie. Literally comes in. Dude, I've been drinking a lot lately. It's bad.
Disclaimer, I'm not an alcoholic.
It's bad. No, he's not an alcoholic. He's not an alcoholic, I swear. Oh, my fucking God.
No,
Dude,
no.
yeah, but question for you. How's the beach shack, dude?
It's great. It's
Got a new place.
Yeah.
He for those who are curious, this dude here is fucking Frog House elite member, dude.
Mm-hmm.
Just he's black card at Mama D's. He's got fucking
Someone call me the Newport local.
yeah,
You know?
yeah.
If people really know about my history and know where I grew up, then I'm not considered one.
Yes.
But it's great.
Yeah, but as of now, you're beach life.
Yeah, totally. 22 steps from the beach. I counted yesterday.
22 steps.
Yeah, that's on a good day.
Yeah, this dude sleeps on a sand bed.
I would if I could.
I don't doubt it.
Mm-hmm.
But
yeah,
he lived in a small.
one bed.
He lived in the first beach shack.
Yeah.
And then we up Gen 1 beach shack, and now we've upgraded to Gen 2. Gen 2 V2.2 beach shack, which is very nice.
Way more spacious.
Very nice.
It gets the job done.
For
I
sure.
love hosting.
Oh, you always do though.
Yeah. I think that my purpose in life is bringing people together.
Yes, you say that frequently.
Yeah. So I've recently discovered that in probably the last year, because I'll probably be in later in the podcast, honestly. But yeah, it's great. I don't take advantage where I live because, even though I actually had a reality check the other day, I had one of my friends come in from New York, and we were out there and we played beach football for like 3 or 4 hours. Just him and I and my roommate. And he's like, man, I cannot believe this is your backyard. And it just made me think, like, I am paying a pretty penny, where I live.
Yeah, it's not cheap.
No, it's not cheap. But, at the same time, getting to live where I do, it's like, oh, my gosh.
For sure.
Like, there's some kids in Kansas that have never even seen a palm tree. Like, when I lived in Michigan, there was so many people that, where do you live? Orange County. Like, California? Yeah. You live at Disneyland? I've never even seen a palm tree. It's like, dude, go down to the local shopping center. There's about 18 in a row.
Yeah, literally. They're the same thing.
Yeah. And it puts it into perspective, and it's nice. It
just in a
you
different
up.
environment.
Yeah. But I
for sure.
love living alone. I mean, you live alone as well. I love my parents and family and all that, but I feel like...
I mean, I don't really live alone, but...
Technically speaking, I'm just saying away from your family.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. So, that's...
It has its negative.
Pros.
Yeah, it has its
cons.
For sure. It
Yeah.
has its pros and cons.
Yeah.
Like I was just talking. My cousin just moved out in Vegas, and I was on the phone with him, and it's just so funny. And I always tell this to people, or when people say that, oh, it's so sick. You have your own place. Like you live on, you're out, yada yada. You're doing it. I'm like, yeah, it's sick until you go to wipe your ass, and you're like, I got no toilet paper.
That just happened to me.
I'm going to wash my hands. I got no soap. I got no soap in this entire place. I got no paper towels. I got no paper plates. I got no fucking food, any of this. Next thing you know, you go out and buy the necessities. It's like $400. You're like, wow, okay. Fuck me, dude.
I'm speechless.
Because it's facts.
Yeah.
Like, it's glorified to a certain sense, but, like, when you really get into it, it's difficult.
I got so hungry to a point, I questioned if I should take a little nibble of my surf wax.
It gets like that. It really does.
Desperate times calls for desperate measures.
It does. With great power comes responsibility.
If you could pick up this house right now and drop it.
Anywhere? That's a good question.
Because this house is awesome.
Yeah, no. I'll be here for a long time. I'm remodeling everything.
What are you talking about? This is my house and this is my podcast.
Yeah, sorry. Exactly. So, dude, so honored to be on. Dude. That's a really hard. It's a really hard question. Simply because I was again just talking about this with somebody because a lot of my family on my dad's side is like, oh, have thought about moving or this or like, oh, Texas or Austin or Utah or wherever. And the reality of it is because, I mean, it used to be cheaper, but now they get you in every which way that you can. Like, property tax in Austin is way more than we pay here. This and this taxes here, sales tax, property tax here. Like, it all equates to the same thing pretty much at the end of the day, wherever you're going to choose to live. And for me here, where I am, I'm not a big beach guy. So, but if I want to.
I've seen you get shacked a couple times.
I can get shacked. I can get pitted. But that's accessible to me in, a 15-minute drive if that's something that I want to go do. And for me, I really don't know if I could pick up this house and move it anywhere, if truly I would move it anywhere else, because I love this location. Like, I have everything that I enjoy and that I love to do within all accessibility. If I want to go ride my dirt bike, the desert isn't literally an hour 15 away.
I think this house would do great in New Mexico.
Really?
Sorry, that just came to mind.
I was like, New Mexico?
Yeah, like I feel we'll get into this, but like side quests I want to talk about too.
Okay, side quests. I'm super down for side quests.
Yeah.
But no,
Yeah,
like
continue.
no, super short, but I love this area. I really do. Like,
no, it's awesome.
The beach is here, the mountains is here, the desert is here. Anything that I want to go do, the accessibility, freeways, access, the weather. Half of the country is freezing their ass off right now. This guy's at the fucking beach playing football for 3 hours the other day. Where else are you going to be able to do that?
Yeah.
But obviously, Cali comes with its pros and its cons.
Yeah.
but just like anywhere else, and when I start to weigh it out, as like I'm getting older, and as just we all are getting older, and just kind of thinking into the future of like, okay, if I was to move, if I was to do this, I don't know if there's anywhere else for me that outweighs what we have here, in that sense of lifestyle, of the quality of life. Quality of life is always the biggest thing for me. The quality of life here is amazing. Yeah. It's California. Everybody wants to come here. You're from Cali?
You live at Disneyland?
Yeah.
How long's the ride right now? How long's the wait time? I don't know. Yeah.
I
haven't been in a decade.
Yeah, I was going to say, I haven't been since I was like 9, since I was a wee little lad. But
yeah, no, I get it.
No, yeah, true. Seriously, I don't know if I would pick it up and move it anywhere else. I really do love my little hub here. Like, really do.
Yeah, it's homey.
Yeah, it's very home. Yeah, this is my home. You know what I mean? This is my home for sure.
Freaks me out when I think about owning a house in Orange County right now, because it's like I live in Newport, right? I'm paying a pretty penny to rent.
Yeah.
But a shack is over $1 million right now, which is crazy.
But that's also like, that's part of the deal that you sign up for when you do choose to live down there. You're paying a premium for much less square footage just because of your location.
Yeah, but it's not fair that like grandparents bought it for like 3 blueberries and it's $1.25 back in like the 60s, and now it's $1 million, and they're just doing the cha-cha slide, counting the cash.
3 blueberries is wild.
That is true. It's
true though. No,
I
I know what you're saying. Like,
Yeah.
I do. I know what your 3 blueberries is fucking wild.
Yeah, it's like, hey Barb, need some blueberries for the cereal this morning. Oh, take some property.
Yeah, no worries. Here, I'll trade you some chickens and.
What about me?
Yeah. No, I feel you.
Yeah, but going on, I think side quests.
Side-
Like to talk about
Side quests. Okay.
Mhm.
What? Side quests.
Yeah, so
Okay.
there's those memes that the super wealthy people always go
Yeah.
above and beyond.
Yeah,
and
like Shaq is on
halftime.
side quest doing
Yeah,
like the DJ thing.
doing,
Even though he's always been a DJ, I will
or
give you
like-
credit, Shaq,
yeah,
and he's
yeah.
killing it. But stuff like that, I kind of know what you're
Exactly.
talking
You
about.
know what I'm saying? And so it's like I recently discovered in the COVID era that I love side quests. Might not have the time for it, and I honestly should allocate more time to not doing side quests and actually working, on other things. But it's like, when you're like, for instance, like you're at the bar, and a girl tells me, tell me something unique about you. It's like, well, I have 6 licenses. And it's like, what do you mean, like to drive? No. Like, I have my scuba license. I have my ordained ministry license. I am getting my skydiving license. I have my real estate license, CPR certified.
Driver's license.
The list goes down. And so I got
License to shred.
Yeah, so it's the side quests are really fun. I'm trying, if anyone is getting married, just comment down below, and
He can get you taken care of.
yeah, I got you. I got it as a joke, and now
Now you're actually a legally ordained minister. You can legally marry people in the state of
but
California.
I have that want to
Do that.
do it. Like, I have a ministry outfit in my Amazon shopping cart, just waiting. Just it stares at me. It was on Cyber Monday sale too, so that kind of hurt.
You should just snag it.
I was thinking about snagging it. This is so weird. I was thinking about snagging it and taking a sick disposable photo of me on a surfboard, just cruising on a wave. You know when guys like put on suits and they go surfing, and it's just like a cool little marketing stunt. But yeah, side quests. What's your thoughts? Do you do them? Do you want to do them? I feel like you do have some.
I feel like maybe, dude, I just like struggle to find time to like do a lot of like other things that aren't what I need to be doing. I guess what's your definition of side quest? Like,
I think anything extracurricular that's not paid that you want to do and want to get good at. So it could be literally cooking.
Okay.
It could be
okay.
guitar, like there's so many things that I do.
I see what you're saying.
But
what you're saying.
I want to get better at. right? Anyone can do anything, but
Yeah.
at the end of the day, to be good at something, to master something, that's when I think, oh man, this person's cool, or I feel accomplished.
I would
right?
love to learn how to play the violin. I actually have one in my little Harry Potter closet here in the studio that my Nana got me for Christmas 3 years ago, and I've never touched it.
This is why I
But
invited you on the podcast. I didn't know that about you.
Mm-hmm. I have it. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, play a little. I think it's Andre Bocelli. Doesn't he play the violin or something?
I have no idea, but that dude,
Maybe
that
so.
shit is so hard.
Oh yeah, I mean,
Like
yeah, it's crazy.
that thing makes no sense.
No, I have a lot of.
I tried
respect.
fiddling some strings a while back, and let me tell you. Yeah, it's just
Like,
yes, it's-
shatters the glass. I don't even know.
No,
if
it's
that
pretty
happened.
it's pretty gnarly.
No, but major respect to anyone that plays any type of instrument because it takes a lot of time,
Dude.
a lot of patience. You know, even the stuff that you're doing, right? It's the same thing.
You're
right?
making me want to whip out the violin.
Oh yeah. Okay, well, your violin. I'll bring out the acoustic.
Start a band.
I think we just need a triangle player.
Yeah. Cowbell?
Ooh. Yeah.
I'm in.
What are we calling ourselves? Tres Hermanos.
I'm trying to think. I don't know. To be honest, nothing's ringing.
It's okay. You know,
I have to think about that.
Yeah,
A band name.
sometimes-
I have to think
sometimes
about a band
names,
name.
you
But
know.
yeah, that would be like a side quest. Maybe is learn how to play a peculiar instrument.
Yeah.
Like, I love string instruments. I think they're so beautiful, and I would love to learn how to just play a small tune on one of them one time. Side quests.
Mhm.
Oh man, I would really love to learn how to make sustainably my own candles. So I don't have to go out and buy candles anymore. I would love to be able to fabricate
Mm.
my favorite scents that I've purchased and make them myself in my own unique containers. Like
Wow,
you know
that's
those
pretty cool.
like those apotheke candles?
Apple.
If you guys don't know apotheke, they make these black candles that are all black and they smell unbelievable.
How good's your video editing?
Pretty solid.
It's right here.
Yeah.
Right here.
Apotheke right there. That's going to happen. There's going to be an apotheke in your
Yeah,
hand right there.
You have to. You have to visualize.
It's easy and done.
Yeah.
But like there's certain candles that I've bought that I just love the fragrance of them. But
Yes.
they're $60 or they're
know.
$48 and the materials or the scents the math is not mathing on that.
Yeah.
So why couldn't I just hack off, a Dos Equis bottle or something, fill it up with
Yeah.
wax,
That smells like, say, car exhaust or, you know,
Dawn dish soap
Yeah.
or
yeah, burning wood.
dryer sheets.
Oh, dryer sheets would put me to sleep.
Yeah, low key.
Yeah, or like Clorox.
Yeah. That'd be a fire scent.
You know.
Be like huffing markers.
Yeah. No. Totally.
Yeah, that would probably be
Wow,
another
candles.
be
That's
another
just-
yeah, I
that's
love
awesome.
candles, dude.
What's stopping you?
I love candles.
Yeah, and get the little Dos Equis bottle and like cut it and fill it up with wax. And,
Yeah, that's what I'm saying, dude. That's what I'm saying.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's cool. Maybe Raw Dog and you like make a little clap.
Some candles, dude. Yeah.
Maybe put a little candle graphic on a tee.
That'd be fire. Just it says it's lit.
Wow.
We got to cut that out now because that's a great idea.
Yeah, that's crazy. It's lit
Yeah, it's lit.
with a candle on it. Oh. Shameless plug.
Shameless plug.
I've dropped a couple. Said the ordained ministry. I promise you, I'm not here promoting my own, my own stuff here, but it goes kind of hand in hand. Big clothing launch coming up pretty soon.
Yeah, let's
Yeah.
talk about that. About fucking Raw Dog Empire, dude.
Yeah. So
So explain it to the people what it is you're doing, what is the vision, what is the overall theme.
my palms just got sweaty.
Yeah, I know. It's
Yeah,
put you on the block right now, dude.
Yeah. Well, so here's the problem. I started. I'll explain.
Here's the problem.
Yeah. There's a bunch. Anyone that runs a clothing business, I'm sure they're going to relate to this. So when you start a clothing business, I think that it goes often overlooked how much goes in
to it. Yeah.
Right. So
I feel that's most things.
So
to
I
be
woke
honest.
up one day. Actually, the way Raw Dog got started is I was on a juice cleanse. Believe it or not, no one believes.
Pull that mic closer to your face, you dingle.
Sorry about that. So the way Raw Dog got started, I was on a juice cleanse, and day 2 I was on the citrus juice, and I was sitting at my desk. And
Were you doing nectar or pressed?
Pressed. Yeah, pressed. And it was pretty good. $72 though.
That's not bad. Was it a 5-day cleanse?
3.
Oh shit.
Yeah, it's kind of high, but it's okay.
What are you drinking? 3 juices a day?
7.
7 juices a day?
Or 6, yeah. Well, yeah.
Brother, that's 24 or no, wait, that math was not mathing. No, 14, 7 times 21. There were 7 juices a day, 3-day cleanse,
I
you
just
said?
had that math in the brain.
Yeah.
Yeah. But anyways, yeah, so I was in a super productive state, and I was like, I want to go do something, and instead of just telling someone about it, I was like, okay.
I'm going to do it.
Yeah, so I got a printer piece of paper, and I was like, oh, well, all right, well, what are we going to do? Long story short, created the brand. My initials are RAW, right? And everyone called me Raw Dog, and I'm like, okay, this is great. What does every good brand need? It needs a catchline or a phrase.
Yeah.
Right? So then we came up with Keep Pounding, and when I say we, me. And then I started, I went.
The team.
Yeah.
The team.
The team.
The team.
When you're writing emails, you always have to say the team. You sound more professional.
Oh, for sure. Can't you just be like,
you already, yeah.
thanks, me.
Yeah. Yeah. Thanks, Raw Dog, designer, CEO, shipping manager, marketing manager. It does get a lot, though. So we are doing a lot. And then, we came out with 7 teas.
I just fucking snotted on my mic.
Oh, man.
Continue.
Is it okay?
Yeah, it's good.
7 teas and 2 jackets, and it's like, why did I do that?
Yeah.
And
it's a lot of product.
A lot of overhead, a lot of stress, right? And so much money allocated. But it's a learning process, and I'm so happy that I learned that on my own than having someone in the clothing industry say, hey, whoa, slow down.
Yeah, facts.
Right? Because then it's like we're rebranding. So the whole face of Raw Dog is completely changed. It's no longer beach focused, because why was it?
Yeah.
It's social and nightlife, right? When you think of the word, what comes to your mind? I'm not going to say it on air, but it's just like,
yeah, you're talking about fucking raw.
At the end of the
I
day,
said it for you.
Yeah.
We're all adults here, guys.
Yeah, it's like, and it's funny, right? And so, the brand image is like that social scene, going out and having a drink, but we're also going, more boxy, right? So a little bit more streetwear, a little bit more edgy. And so it's going to be really awesome. My roommate is also going in on the project with me because he's great with marketing, and, good things are coming.
Yeah.
And it takes a long time for things to kind of formulate and find the right designer, because I've gone through designers, I've gone through production agencies, I've gone through all of that. And then, starting out, no small business has a ton of capital.
For
right?
sure.
And so you either have to go out and
raise money
or do whatever. Fortunately, I'm in the position where I can, fund it, but at the same time, you have to we're not kids anymore, right? You have to look at a business and see if it's actually going to be profitable, and you can get investments, or you can scale it, or it's not.
Yeah.
And if it's not, you throw it in the trash, you shoot it in the head, because who wants to lose money?
Yeah.
Honestly, it's not a hobby, it's a business.
Yeah,
at the end of the
exactly.
day. So, yeah, I'm very excited about it. It's going to be
I think that's actually a really important mindset for people to understand.
What's that?
Is it's not a hobby, it's a business.
Yeah.
If you are looking to actually start a business,
Yeah.
you need to look at it, this is a business.
Mhm.
And I have to move exactly the ways that it needs to be done in order for this to actually be a successful business.
Yeah.
And successful, however you're defining success, whatever it is you're looking for out of it, but not to just, I'm going to do it because I want to do it because it would be cool.
And
that's great.
that might have been my mindset when we first started this back, in 2020 or whatever.
Okay,
right?
yeah, but so what? So I did the same thing when I had a clothing brand in high school.
Yeah.
Like
right.
that's,
Well, and yeah.
it's
exactly.
just that's just how it goes. Like, oh shit, sorry, that was fucking loud.
No, but I will say too, obviously big clothing companies, they don't really recognize this, but when you get up and you're managing the DMs and people are saying, "Oh, you don't international ship," it's like, no, but out of curiosity, where are you from? New Zealand or Australia or like Lithuania? I got one of those. It's like that's a small little country by Poland.
Well, yeah,
I don't even know if I pronounced it right.
They got like nothing to do. So
Yeah, and I'm like, how did you even see my style? Like a
Social
little
media.
brand, and that's like it's crazy.
It's the power of it, dude.
Yeah, and so it really gets me amped up, and I strive to not brag or any of that. It's just I strive to see, put a smile on people's face or conversation starter,
Yeah,
right?
totally.
Like all of that good stuff. And I'd like to stay behind the scenes, like, I like doing things behind the curtain. So like I like shooting my own stuff, and sometimes designing it. Might not be the best designer there is, but yeah, it's a good
process.
fun. Yeah.
No, it really is.
Yeah. So, but priorities too.
Facts.
I'm so busy right now with the car industry where it's like I do need the help.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Seriously. Well, hold on. Let's pick up. I gotta piss like a racehorse. So,
Yeah.
BRB, guys. We'll be right back. Welcome back, guys. Sorry, had to pee. Had to check a text message real quick with the fucking client.
I had to go do a bunny hop on a BMX bike just now.
Yeah, you guys just seen it.
It was sick.
Dummy sick.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
Yeah.
It's better than scootering. I used to scooter.
Oh my god, I can't even tell you how big I used to be in a scootering.
Yeah.
Immensely big. Just spending.
Oh, are you saying like jumps off like actual scooters?
Yes, like going to the skate parks and like doing backflips and stuff.
No, that wasn't me.
Oh.
I was on like big on like the electric scooters.
Oh.
Yeah, I used to be chubby.
Oh. That's right.
I didn't do any of that.
Yeah. You know what?
Yeah.
Talk a little bit about your fitness journey.
You want to?
Yeah, why not? I mean, it doesn't have to be anything wrong,
I
but
ain't here about to boast. No,
Yeah.
I'm kidding.
but hey, you look good.
Thanks, dude.
You look good. You do.
That's Mitt's bulking season.
It's winter.
Mm-hmm.
The bear's putting on the weight.
Mm-hmm.
Hibernation.
Yeah, no. Where I hope that the reason I say this is because I hope this inspires someone that's struggling with weight or with eating. Even I went through so many different challenges during this fitness transformation. Everyone does, right?
Yeah.
So if you're looking to put on mass, and you have a crazy fast metabolism, that's a struggle. I'm sure you've experienced struggles, and I'm sure we'll touch base, as soon as I get done with my spiel. But yeah, I used to weigh, heaviest that I was like 235, 245. I can't really remember off the top of my head. In about a year and 2 months, I would say, I got down to 140.
Jesus.
Yeah, so about 100 pounds. No steroids, no metabolism boosters. I tried every single diet under the sun. It's all fake. Honestly, I'm sure some works for some people and whatnot. I'm not here to discredit what you do for weight loss and all that. But I didn't touch the gym.
Yeah.
And I didn't do any type of physical activity. I did play hockey, I guess you could say, but twice a week, 3 times a week. It's not doing much. The biggest thing that I learned is portion control, right?
Yeah.
Cut half of it, trick your mind, all that. And then something that I want to get into, because the physical aspect of it, it comes with time, and you get obsessed with weighing yourself, and every single day if you see you dropped 0.8 or 0.3 even, you're like, okay, this is a step in the right direction. Now I'm gonna make that number from 0.3 go to 1 pound lighter, or whatever it may be. But what often isn't talked about is the mental. And I'm not talking about, oh, I'm so hungry, or I'm this or that. I'm talking about when you get to that 140 level and you look at yourself in the mirror and you're like, I'm still so fat. And that is something that really, really affected me for maybe a year or two after losing that weight, where I looked at myself and there was days where, and I wasn't sad, or I didn't have any eating disorders, I would say, thankfully. But I would say that I looked at myself in the mirror and I tried to starve myself to see if I could pass physically that 140 plateau and get into the 130s, because I was like, and at that point you could see my ribs and my spine and all that. I mean, I was 6 foot, now I'm 6'1", and so it got really bad, and people were like, dude, I could put a index finger on you and snap you, you know?
Yeah.
So that is a huge thing. I'm sure a lot of people struggle with that. You know, being fat, you also have to, or being overweight, you know, I feel like I can say fat because I once was, but all my big boys will know the little shirt tuck when you're sitting on there or you're on the couch and you put a pillow right here and just, you know, sitting here, right? It's like, it's all the same. It's all
Yeah.
the same mentality. And, you know, the biggest thing that helps me overcome it is, you know, number one, it takes time. Don't expect your mind to just shift like that because it's not going to. But just surround yourself with positive people and keep telling yourself like it'll be okay. Something that I've actually adopted that's completely different, but I'm just saying with mindset is, you know, when you're lazy, I tell myself this, you know, I have this mindset that goes, do it now, do it now, do it now. 3 times, really quick. You know, when you're in bed and you're like, man, I want water, but I'm going to wait. Do it now, do it now, do it now. Get up, go.
Mm-hmm.
Same thing with the mindset. It's like, I'm okay. Like, it'll be all right. And I know everyone's different, but I just kept on telling myself, like, it'll be all right. Like, everything will work out. If I can't get past 140, I'll figure it out.
Yeah.
It's very hard to explain, but yeah, we all have those challenges in you know, our investments in our bodies and you know, all of that, because at the end of the day, our body is technically just an investment.
Yeah, for sure it is.
Right.
Absolutely.
I mean, you get it. You're in the fitness, you know, world and looking absolutely yoked over there. Yeah.
We do what we can.
Have you or actually do what you can't? That's what I got tattooed on my wrist.
Yeah, do what you can't.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like that.
It's
Little
kind of
reverse
like,
psychology.
Like, what
Well.
just hit me? Yeah, but let's talk about struggles with you. I'm sure. I mean, do you have any? Have you faced any? You know.
Yeah, I mean, I was never overweight. I never struggled with being fat or being obese or however you want to word that. I was never overly skinny. I was always in sports. I was always athletic.
Mm-hmm.
So I guess I kind of always had that anamorph style build,
of course.
you know.
Of course.
But I mean, I guess really my only struggle has just been gaining weight. It's really hard for me, especially just like a lot of the sports I played with rugby and track and wrestling and just just very high octane, you know, sports, and you're just always moving. And my metabolism just kind of has gotten set in that pace, even though I don't do those sports anymore. But just where I'm at right now, like
homeostasis. Yeah,
exactly. My body's just in a very unique stage of homeostasis, and it takes me a really long time to gain weight. So I guess that's really the only, you know, struggle as far as overcoming and per se gym adversity to get where I want to be or look how I want to look. Like I would love to, you know, put on 10 more pounds and be, you know, 170.
There's no goals in the fitness industry. Prove me wrong.
No goals.
Yeah. I don't think that anyone should have a goal in the fitness industry. I think that you could have a site, but if you place a goal in the fitness industry and you pass it, then you just create another goal, and in my perspective, there's a start point with no end point. So why are you going to make so many sub little points?
I mean,
you know what I'm saying?
I could see how that could be valid.
Yeah. So that's because I always get discouraged. Like, say I make one goal and I hit that, and then I go to the next goal and I don't hit that. And then it's like, oh, okay, I'm going to take a break. And it's this triangle, right? And so what I created, because right now I'm bulking, and I've never done this because of my mentality of being overweight at one point. So what I did is like, okay, I'm going to just start here, and I'm going to trust myself that I'm going to do this. And I don't really have a goal other than I want to just increase muscle mass. And then when the time's right, I'll shave down. And then, you know, but then
it's on an arm. You know, you can like pull that thing as far out as you want.
Anyone got WD-40? This thing is stiff. No, but yeah, I don't know. It like there's goals. There's goals like PRs and all that. Yes.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
You know, like those are goals.
Yeah.
Right?
I mean, I guess the way that, again, I see how that could be valid, but I agree to disagree in the sense of I love setting goals. Whether that's in the gym or whether that's in life or in business or relationship or whatever it is. I love setting goals because it sets a bar.
Yeah.
It sets a bar that I'm looking to meet, and it's usually a high bar because I know that I'm capable. And it is a very satisfactory feeling when you do hit that. When when I hit 515 on deadlifts, or when I got to work with Red Bull this year, like all of these were goals that I wanted and that I hit. And it does give this sense of satisfactory notion as to you are doing things right.
Yeah.
But then also to your point where you said, you can set goals, and then if you get to a goal and you don't really hit that goal, you kind of just go in this.
Yeah, kind of triangle.
And how I kind of choose to look at the other side of that is more, I kind of think that's a good thing. If you get to that point, or you get to a goal that maybe you can't hit, or you're not going to hit, but you can hit it in a different way by adapting to the circumstances that are going to allow you to hit that goal in the way that maybe it was meant to be hit.
Ooh.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, totally.
And I think aiming for those stars and aiming super high and trying to hit it 100% is amazing, but that doesn't always happen.
No.
But that shouldn't prevent you or send you into an opposite direction. It should more inspire the adaptation and the overcoming process of, okay, this is what I wanted, this is where I wanted to get.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe I know that I'm not going to get there because of life or circumstances, but I can get there in a new way by adapting how I am going to choose to now reshape this process to get there.
Yeah.
And then I think the outcome still becomes very satisfactory because you've overcome adversity, and whatever that adversity may look like, while still hitting your goal, And if you can kind of psychologically tell yourself that, I think that's a big thing because, we're not perfect and we're not always going to hit everything exactly in the stride that we want to hit it. That's just not the reality of life.
I know.
You know what I mean? That's just just not the reality.
And that's the thing. It's like, I do believe in goals. Don't get me wrong. I'm not walking around like I have no goals, right? But it's more so, I think that something that I've developed over a big change that I've developed over the last year is rolling through life with really low expectations. Okay? And with those low expectations, kind of do eliminate goals in a way where...
Low expectations meaning what? Low expectations of other people?
Everything.
Or okay.
Everything. External factors, people, right? Like, if you roll through...
Is that to prevent letdown?
Yeah. Oh, yeah,
okay.
Totally. Because then...
Okay. Interesting.
Generally speaking, if you, with whatever it is, right? Friends, and you're expecting to have a great weekend, and then 3 of the 4 friends are like, hey, something came up and I can't go, then your expectations are down. So what I've developed is low expectations where whatever happens, happens. And I guess...
I can see that.
Yeah, I get reamed all the time. It's like a total surfer mentality, right? Like, it is totally surfer, like, just... whatever happens, kind of flow. And then if it does happen and you're blown away, then more power to you.
Yeah. And I think we're kind of saying the same thing, just in a different way.
Yeah, totally.
You know what I mean?
100%. And that's why I kind of said that just now, just because it's like, it can be conceptualized in multiple ways.
For sure.
Right? So
yeah.
It's crazy. It's crazy. But have you thought of a band name?
I haven't, dude. I haven't. I'm striking a blank on the band name.
Striking blanks.
Striking blanks.
That's a hard name.
Yeah, I was gonna say, wait, that low key is the name. Striking blanks.
Man,
that's gonna hit with the 50 over crowd so heavy. Striking blanks.
Should have brought the guitar now. Just whip it out.
God damn.
Baby, lock them doors and turn the
lights down low.
Yeah, dude.
Play that music soft and slow.
Oh, to add, scuba license. Have that too.
Yes, you are a scuba guy.
I knew I had 6. It was bothering me. I was like, I can't count the driver's license. Yeah.
Weird.
Crazy. But, we were just talking about change and all that. And last year, I think, change. Very controversial. Right? And a lot of people don't like it, myself included. But change sometimes results in growth.
What don't you like about change?
Well, that's a loaded question, right?
So for sure, but that's why I'm asking.
To peel it back, change comes with, new obstacles and all that, and sometimes it is nice to just be in a comfortable state, right? But when you're in a comfortable state, you're not growing. And I'm not saying that everyone needs to grow every single day because that would get just so tiring. But in and the question that I wanted to, or what's going to arise is, you know, change is definitely necessary and definitely mandatory. And the worst change I hate is like when someone takes something off the menu that I love. That's the worst. It's like, I'm never coming back here. But no, I think that change for me personally in the last 6 months has been
huge,
crazy.
Yeah,
right? Yeah, I feel
sure.
like a different person for the better, definitely. But yeah, I wanted to ask you in terms of change in the last year, what's been your biggest factor of change, or what have you, I guess you could say, gone through that has been just a challenging obstacle for you?
Yeah, it's a good question.
Besides your bathroom renovation.
Jesus Christ, the bathroom renovation is gonna be the death of me. But I mean, I feel like I've always been blessed in the sense where I've never had to deal with, I guess, crazy adversity. I mean, I've had my fair share, and I have a lot of family stuff that a lot of people don't know about that I deal with on a daily basis, and that that's private stuff, and I've compartmentalized that. I deal with that in my own way and don't really let it affect me.
Mm-hmm.
But it's funny that you asked this, because I was just talking about this with my dad, actually. I'd probably say the biggest change in the last year is I feel myself and my life changing into the new season of my life.
Mm-hmm.
Meaning, I'm going to be 25 next year, and I feel that I'm going to be 25. I feel that my 21 and under way of life operated, maybe who I hung around with, obviously minus my exceptions of people that I love and I care about that I still talk to, but I feel the season of my life changing and going into this new chapter. And that's shifting my mindset on a lot of things of how I want to move, how I want to operate, how I want to do things in the future in my business, in my relationships, in the way that I live my life, in how I live my life, and taking things to a new level and having a different level of personal accountability, because I'm getting older, because I do feel and I recognize this change and I feel it. And I think it's a good thing to be aware of, and to recognize that and take it as a positive and look at it as an opportunity rather than how I lived or what I had or what I was about when I was younger is gone, like, oh, yada, yada, but more of, I'm so glad that got to be the way that it was, but now it's time for me to change into a new, in a sense, version of myself in micro ways, especially if, I love what I do and how I do things, but it needs to be done a bit differently now, just because I feel that I'm going into this new season of life. And I would probably genuinely say that's my biggest change. I really haven't had a whole lot of significant adversity outside of regular life adversity stuff, that I deal with. It is what it is. You got to do what you got to do. You got to man up. The regular things, that's just the way it is. But yeah, that's my answer. And it's so funny that you say that, because I literally was just talking about that about 3 days ago with my dad, and was just trying to explain how I was feeling. I don't know if any of you guys watching or listening can relate to what I'm saying, but that, because that period of time when you're 21 to 23, and it's kind of a weird time.
Weird.
What?
Weird.
Yeah, it's a weird time.
Yeah.
You're an adult, but you're not you're not in your late 20s, you're not 30, but you're not 25.
First 9 to 5.
Yeah, exactly. Usually it's first, graduate college, you're in this, or you're wanting to start a career. It's just all these things of testing and trial and all this. And granted, we're still very young. I'm still in that process of, learning and adapting and just figuring out new ways to do things. But as far as me as a person and kind of setting the course of how my life is going to be when I am 35, 40, making those necessary changes now to put myself in an even better position when that time does roll around. And that is my biggest change.
Yeah, that's a great outlook.
Yeah.
That's a great outlook.
And that's really how I feel.
I think for my change haters, too.
Change haters.
My change haters. No, I actually do love it. One thing that's huge, actually two things that are huge, is power of manifestation. I just watched a really cool video on manifesting and manifestation. But to make it simpler, like when one door closes, one door opens. And it's happening constantly right now with me, where it's like, oh man, like wish that door didn't close so hard behind me. And then it's like, oh, this door's unlocked. Or come on in, and manifestation. I saw this video. I'm going to explain it really quick. But basically, it's about manifestation, and it really puts it into easy terms to kind of understand. And I feel like we've all had this happen to us. So the primary basis of this story is someone random comes up to you and hands you a $10 million check, right? And let's say it's in a perfect world. You take it, and you take it to the teller, and you say, hey, I want to deposit this. Teller goes, all right, yeah, there's funds. It's going to come into your account. But since it's such a large amount, we actually have to take some time for the funds to process and clear. All right, yeah, no worries. So it's 7 days. So you come out of that bank, and your whole perspective on life has changed, right? Because in 7 days, at the end of that week, you are going to be $10 million richer. So you're walking down the street. You have pocket change. You're giving it to homeless people. You're giving it to whoever and whatever. Nothing will make you have a bad day.
Yeah.
Because in 7 days, that money will be released into your account.
Yeah.
And I think that's happened with all of us, especially with me in the car industry. We have good months and we have bad months. And on the good months, it's like, oh my gosh, like you're looking at your commission sheet and you're like, wow, this is going to be a great month. I'm going out to dinner every night, or I'm going to go buy my new pair of, whatever, shoes or.
Yeah.
And I think that's such a valid point. It's like if we all just got a little glimpse of like something to be fortunate about, living is a huge one. I mean, we're so lucky to be living, but like health and just understanding that like manifestation is real. If you really, really, believe in it, I do personally, anything's possible.
Yeah.
And I think that story is crazy. If you guys haven't seen it, I'm sure you could find it on TikTok or somewhere.
Some platform.
Yeah, because the story goes more into depth about manifestation, but it is true. Like, think about you walking out of a bank knowing that in 7 days you'd get that $10 million. How much your life wouldn't change in terms of what you would buy, but I'm saying in those 7 days of not having anything.
Yeah. No, I get what you're saying.
You'd be on top of the world.
Yeah.
Right?
So just kind of like taking that same mindset and living that way every day.
Exactly. It's crazy. It's so crazy. And I try to remind myself that. I've only seen that video like 72 hours ago, but for 72 hours have been great. So
fuck yeah, dude. No, I love that.
yeah. Other than that, I think
we're gonna fucking pretty much wrap it up here. Yeah, I've been going for a little over an hour. Quick question though, because I asked everybody. Yeah. You don't get a pass. It's the one question I ask every single person. It's the one life advice question.
Oh, life advice.
What would be one piece of life advice that you would give to anybody watching or listening to this?
That's such a great question. I haven't really been put on the spot. Life advice. I'm going to keep it simple. I feel like people overcomplicate things. Be a yes man. Yeah. Yeah, I like that. Where it's like, just say yeah, right? Like, don't be dumb. Right?
Yeah.
Right. But like, it's so easy to say no, or when a plan doesn't sound that fun and you don't want to go. I've struggled with this, and I know we're ending the podcast, but just say yeah, because you never know what type of memories or what type of relationships or what you're going to get into that could be life changing. Yeah. And I've changed that in the last 6 months, where unless I'm really busy or I actually physically can't do something, I just say yeah. Yeah. You want to go to the gym? Sure. Do you want to go out and get dinner? Sure. Do you want to stay in this weekend? Sure. Right? Let's go surfing. Yeah. What time? 4. Yeah. Right? It's changed my life. So that is my piece of advice, especially as young adults. Yeah. Just say yeah. Right? Because
I love that.
When you're 60 and you want to say yeah and you can't say yeah, you'll be regretting it. That's my piece of advice.
I love that, dude. I love that. That's a perfect way to end, dude.
Yeah.
Well, fucking guys, thank you so much.
Yeah, thanks for being on the podcast today, guys.
Thanks for having me on, Ryan. It was an absolute pleasure, dude.
Stay tuned. Episode 26, we have Lizzo coming on. Maybe at the Beach Shack podcast.
Yeah, the Beach Shack pod. But thank you guys so much for watching and for listening again to another episode. This is episode number 25. Next week, have 3 episodes next week. It's going to be a crazy, crazy week, but the episodes are going to be absolutely amazing. Amazing guests. I'm so excited. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. Once again, I love you all. We will see you guys soon. Ryan?
Really quick, there is a poll at the bottom. If you think I should be a co-host, just comment co-host.
Co-host. Sweet.
Love you all. Thank you.
Love you guys. Thank you.